Thyme in the Kitchen with Miss Allison Davis here at Wild Thyme, and we've got popcorn popping right now. What do you got for us today,
We are popping
Allison?
in the kitchen today.
We are popping.
Yeah, so I got a little popcorn action going here. One of my favorite foods. I think we talked about that not too long ago.
Yes, we did.
So today is another like quick, simple, delicious snack.
Okay.
I'm doing two kind of varieties. So we've got some popcorn popping up here, and we're going to be seasoning that. And then I have some edamame that I just cooked in the microwave.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab that. So this is like kind of cooked up a little bit, and we're going to be searing this off and doing two varieties of what are classic snacks, right?
Okay.
But one of the things that I'm highlighting is a spice. And so we're going to be seasoning both of these with what's called Togarashi. So I kind of found a recipe, I think, for, I think it was Bon Appetit magazine that I came across for a Togarashi popcorn. And I always do these Togarashi spiced edamame. So I wanted to talk about the spice, but it's really just like a red pepper seasoning blend.
Okay.
You really, I think, can find it maybe at Whole Foods, but also primarily at your Asian grocery stores. But this is one of my favorite little spice blends. So before we get started, we'll start with the popcorn. So I like to pop my popcorn in a little bit of coconut oil because it gives it that nice like kind of touch of sweet and salty.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna have some salt going in there.
It just smells so good. I feel like I need a movie going right now.
Good. I like salt and pepper on my popcorn, and then we're going to take just this Togarashi and just mix that in. Now I know you're a butter fan, so if you wanted, you could certainly melt a little butter
I am a butter fan.
Toss it in with this. But this is going to give it just another kind of kick, you know, than you're used to. So give it a try if you want.
I've never had like a pepper chili pepper in.
You can go a lot of different routes with this.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, not
Especially
overpowering.
with no, I mean, there's no butter or anything, but it still has a nice little taste. And
I know, it's not that much work, I'm telling you. I know the jet popped is easy, but this is pretty easy too.
What kind of oil did you use?
I use coconut oil.
Okay.
All right, so then we're going to start on the edamame next. So we can go ahead and you can cook the edamame a couple different ways. You can boil it ahead of time just to soften it up. You can steam it like in a steamer basket. And then you can also a lot of times just microwave it to kind of season it up or to soften it up, sorry. And then we're going to go with a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. This is a sunflower oil, or you could go with a coconut oil as well. And we're going to get a little bit of a sear on the outside of them, and then that's what we're going to do with the Togarashi spice on this one. We're really more or less seasoning the outside of the pod because you don't really eat the pod, but you get a lot of flavor. And classically when we get it, we just get it with sea salt, but I like to kind of take it up a little bit. So we're going to take the Togarashi spice. We're going to do a little bit of rice vinegar and some salt. So it's a combination of salt, acidity, and spice.
Now, why do you like the rice? Why do you like the rice vinegar?
Well, rice vinegar is more of an Asian flavor. It's more common in a lot of Asian cooking. And again, if you don't have rice vinegar at home, don't feel like you can't make this because you could certainly use some lime juice, or you could use white vinegar or red wine vinegar as a substitute. I just like using this because this is more of an Asian you know, spin. So once our oil's nice and hot, we're just going to add our edamame and start to let that kind of sear up. And then that's when we're going to add our spices. So of course we got to have a nice little bit of salt on the outside of those, and then we'll go in with our Togarashi. And really it is just to taste. I don't know that there's a set amount that you go with because everyone's taste is different. So you might like a little more heat, and I might like a little more heat than you. So we're going to let that kind of sear off. And then once we're ready to serve this, I just will lightly toss it in a little bit of that rice vinegar, and we're good to go.
And it's good to go. Wow, well, it looks fantastic. Love it. And if you want this recipe and many other recipes, go to our website at WTVQ.com/Day Kentucky. Make sure you go to the recipe tab. We have tons of recipes on there.
I think there's like 15 pages of recipes.
There really
are.
Which is great. Or you can go to Allison's website, too, at wildtimecooking.com. And she also has tons of recipes and other information, too, about cooking. But for this recipe, just head over there. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. We'll be right back right after these short messages.